Nothing is more humbling than getting all dressed up and then having to drive a Nissan Altima. Like getting down into a low car to drive in your heels, and it actually makes me want to Uber everywhere.
Men have pretty much given up on singles events at this point, and the women still showing up are left wondering where all the decent guys have gone. So today we're talking about exactly that, like subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's jump right in.
I just got back from a singles event here in Boston. It was at South Boston at a virtual golf place, and the event itself was great. The people that ran it were amazing, and the organization was great. You got a drink ticket, you got to play golf for a few hours and also mingle with the other singles there. I've been to other events similar to this in the city, both speed dating and then also other mixer type events, and I feel like the takeaways have been the same, and that I've met so many great, amazing, beautiful, successful women at these events, but there's not really great guys attending these events.
Most guys hit the golf course because they want peace, quiet, and a relaxing day with their buddies. The complete opposite of that is dealing with women like this at singles events, drinking and still being so socially awkward that they need events like these just to meet men.
And I also talked with the people that put the event on, and they said the same thing. Mentioned how fast the women's tickets sold out, but then even leading up to the event, like a few hours before, like they still had so many men's tickets left, and they were really struggling with why men are not attending these events. And I had the same question, because I think as we move away from online dating and dating apps and meeting people just out at bars, like events like this are just such a great opportunity to meet people that maybe you wouldn't have met otherwise.
The only people surprised that men aren't showing up to these singles events are the organizers and the women sitting there waiting. The funny part is men have already explained exactly why they don't bother anymore. To them, there's simply no reason to go.
I just don't know why there's not like quality men attending these events. Like, where are they? The event was great. Like, I met some great women, went with a friend, and it was a fun time. But the purpose was to potentially meet people to chat with and date, and I literally met nobody. I'm just curious, A, why people are not attending these events, and then B, as someone that holds events in Boston and the city, and I've talked about hosting dating events, how can we get men to attend these events? I tried to bring like someone I previously dated, but we're just friends now, and he was like, that's my worst nightmare, is attending an event like this. So yeah, I'm just curious people's thoughts about how we can increase attendance.
You're not going to talk single men into showing up to this stuff.
You're not going to convince single men to start showing up to these events. The men these women actually want don't need them because they already get plenty of attention. And the average guys, the ones these women usually overlook, already know they'll probably end up being treated poorly anyway. So why would they even bother?
That same friend that said that he liked me a bunch, right? I asked him, like, what would you rate me out of 10? And he said 8. And I was like, yeah, and that's why I won't be with you. And he was like, what? And I was like, why would I be with a guy that thinks I'm an 8 when I know that there's guys out there that think I'm gonna be a 9+ or like even a 10? Like, I'm gonna be their idea of beauty. I don't want to be with a man that doesn't think of me as their idea of like perfection or what they want in a woman.
This woman is completely delusional. She genuinely believes there are men out there who would honestly rate her as a perfect 10 based on her looks. The only guy saying that with a straight face probably just had a lobotomy or something. And ironically, those are exactly the kind of simp guys she isn't interested in anyway. Everyone else is just going to be honest with her.
Because men are very visual, and I'm not running the risk of you finding another bitch more attractive than me, because what the fuck? I'm not living that life. That life sounds like a fucking nightmare to me. I already have anxiety. I'm not having anxiety because you want to like other bitches. Like, I'm not... It's a risk I'm not willing to play with you motherfuckers, because you motherfuckers be dirty sometimes. Y'all fucking stupid. And this man had really liked me at this point, so I should have been higher up on the scale than a fucking 8 because you know my personality.
You can tell she's carrying a lot of baggage because this guy gave her a simple compliment and she immediately threw it back in his face. Then she instantly jumped to accusing him of cheating if he ever had the opportunity. But somehow he's supposed to be the bad guy in this situation.
And then this fucker had the audacity to get upset and fucking have an attitude with me. And I was like, because I was honest with you, I was like, my guy, imagine I got with you and I told you, well, you weren't my idea of perfection. I think you're like a 7, but that guy over there is like a 9. You're gonna fucking feel some type of fucking way about that. And you expect me to put myself through that? Oh, hell nah. The fuck? You would feel some type of fucking way about that if your fucking partner told you that, you would fucking feel a way about it. And don't fucking lie to me. You would.
That guy got frustrated because she took what sounded like a genuine compliment and acted as if it wasn't good enough. Then she kept putting him down because apparently he didn't like her in exactly the way she wanted. So yeah, it's no surprise he got angry. That's genuinely insulting.
So I'm at the gym on the hip thruster machine and this guy comes and interrupts my set. And he's like, hey, I'm sorry, do you mind if I work across from you on the hanging leg raises? And I was like, I was really confused because I'm like, when I got to the machine, there were no weights on it or anything. So no one was working in on it. So I was like, yeah, sure, man, whatever. So he goes across from me and he starts doing his hanging leg raises. And after he's done, he goes away and he goes to another machine like on the other side of the gym. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he didn't even work in with me.
Women acting like this have turned the gym into a complete minefield where men feel like they have to go out of their way to prove they're not being creepy just to avoid getting blasted for something as harmless as glancing in someone's direction. And even after doing all that, they're still not safe.
So what did he need? Like, why was he asking me to work in? And then I thought about it. I was doing hip thrusts with my legs spread far apart, and he was going to be on the hanging leg raise machine across from me, and he was letting me know that he wasn't going to that machine to look into my birth canal. And I think that's really nice. I wouldn't have thought that, so I don't know why that's what he thought, but I thought that was really nice of him to let me know that he wasn't coming to look at my pussy.
The funny part is this guy approached her because he was trying to avoid getting dragged on social media. And then she turned around and dragged him anyway simply because he confused her. Even when men try to avoid the trap, women like this still manage to spring it.
I haven't kissed a man for a year. The last guy I kissed was November 2024. I'm unemployed and I just feel like dating and looking for a job are so similar.
These women are way too eager to post their own L's on TikTok. She's sitting there complaining that she hasn't been kissed in over a year, like it's some massive tragedy. She craves attention and validation so much that she's turning something like this into an entire public complaint.
Essentially, I'm in my rejection era. Like Monday, I had a Hinge date. He gets my number. We plan to go out Monday evening. He never texted me, so I went back to the match and he had unmatched me. Earlier that day, I got an email for a job I applied for saying their usual, thanks so much, but we decided to go a different direction. I'm embracing my rejection era. We'll see where I end up.
With women like this, everything is either an era or a season. Honestly, if I hear the word era one more time, I'm gonna lose it. She'd rather spend her time accepting rejection from men than put that same effort into getting an actual job. Her priorities are seriously backwards.
Should I go hit on this man? He's playing frisbee alone. I can't tell if he's cute or not, I'm too far away, but he just keeps like throwing that frisbee and it's not even close. Not even close. He's probably feeling pretty vulnerable right now. Probably needs like, I don't know, a feminine shoulder to cry on. Let's get it.
There are plenty of perfectly normal reasons why this guy could be throwing a frisbee by himself. He's probably just practicing, but instead of leaving him alone, she immediately decides he must be depressed.
I did it. I went and talked to him. He was pretty cute. He is practicing for a major tournament he has tomorrow in Antioch. I'm not gonna go, and I did not go in with the kill. I look disgusting. I have a cold. I'm wearing sweatpants, and I'm barefoot. But I will come back at this exact time next week in a dress.
When 13 tiles down, bum, for whatever reason, she threw away a perfectly good opportunity to possibly get a date with this guy simply because she didn't think she was dressed the right way. Men don't care about that kind of thing. She just didn't want to make the first move herself. And of course, she expected the man to do it instead.
You guys, I know we've been talking about how bad dating apps are in the past 24 hours on my profile, but this takes the cake. I was just in line at McDonald's getting a black coffee, and I opened up Hinge, and I matched with this guy who was extremely local, cute, single dad, and the first thing he said to me was, "Are your boobs fake? Because I don't date anybody with fake boobs. I need a little bounce."
Women like this act as if dating apps are packed with amazing men just waiting for them. What they don't seem to realize is that a lot of good men don't even bother using those apps anymore. They leave that chaos to the chads, the scammers, and anyone else willing to waste their time. For plenty of men, it simply isn't worth it.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, why are men sexualizing women so much? Why is this happening? I just want to know why. It is so dehumanizing. That's my rant for Hinge today. Maybe more, who knows?
15 women like this have spent years talking about men as if they're less than human, while society continues putting them on a pedestal. Then the moment one guy makes an off-color comment, suddenly every man is labeled a terrible person. The irony goes completely over her head. Anyway, that's where we'll leave this one. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click the video on your screen if you want to watch more. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.